In this free training, I'm revealing to you exactly how I made over $500,000 online at the age of 23, and most importantly, how you can do exactly the same using the brand marketing method. Now, I already know what you're thinking. Who the heck is this guy? What is brand marketing? And 500K at 23? That sounds way too good to be true. This must be a scam. And honestly, I don't even blame you, because a couple of years ago, I was the skeptical and frustrated 9-to-5er myself. Every time I jumped online to find information that would try and help me understand how to make money online, I was lied to. I was lied to by gurus making fake promises on how I could magically make $10,000 in 30 days out of nowhere. I was misled into pursuing business models that don't actually work and that left me with no money in my pockets whatsoever. And I was every single day bombarded with ads, content and offers that simply made me feel so overwhelmed that I didn't know what to start, who to trust, or where to even begin anymore. I promise you this video is not going to add to any of that overwhelm. If you simply pay attention over the next 20 minutes of your life, you will know more than ever before how to navigate the online space properly, what business model you should be focusing on, and how to make that business model work so you can make an extra $5,000 every single month on social media. If that sounds like exactly what you're looking for, let's waste no time and jump straight into this free training that's going to again show you how you can make an extra 5K a month using social media. The only way this is going to work is if you stay until the end of this video, alright? And you might still be sitting here asking yourself, well, why should I actually stay? I've seen videos like this before. Well, you might not be aware of it, but in 6 months from now, your life could be looking completely different to now. You could be making $5,000 a month without working a 9-to-5 anymore, without having to be stuck in an office or living paycheck to paycheck constantly. Instead, you could be running a business that makes you $5,000 to $10,000 every single month, working 3 hours a day, and best of all, while traveling the world and while truly living life on your own terms. And I get it, you've heard similar things before, and I know right now that this sounds like this fairy tale dream that is so far out of your reach. But again, if you stick around, this dream will move closer to you than ever before in your life. And honestly, if you don't even have 20 minutes to pay attention to this video, this is not going to work for you anyways, right? Success requires focus, and if that's not you, I invite you to click off this video and go back to work. If you're still here, let's go and jump straight in. I promise you, you will not regret this. So to catch you up to speed, I want to quickly introduce myself and tell you why you should listen to me. My name is Alessandro. I've quit my job at 21 years old thanks to brand marketing, and I made over $500,000 online. And not only have I been able to actually quit my job and get paid a ton of money every month, but I've also relocated from a cold-ass tiny village in Switzerland to a tropical paradise where I can actually experience the beauty of the world at all times. Over the last couple of years, I've generated $10 million in sales for my clients using social media. And again, you will know after watching this video fully how you can do this as well. So you can land clients paying you massive amounts of money, like that screenshot you can see here, where I make 9K from a client, 6K, 10K, and so on, right? It's not going to be too much about me. It's going to be more about you. But the worst thing you could be doing at this stage is just take my word for it completely and trust all of these screenshots that you see. I want you to take the word of other people who have actually changed your life through brand marketing, just like myself. People that you can actually look up on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel. One of these guys is Silas, who actually has now fully quit his job and has been working as a brand marketer full-time for over a year now. He's making $7,000 a month. And I posted a full 25-minute long testimonial interview on my YouTube channel. Underneath this video, you will have access to this exact document. If you click this title here, it will take you straight to that video. So do your due diligence and check out that video. For quick context, for those who don't want to watch the video, Silas worked 40 hours a week, lived paycheck to paycheck before, and in just 12 months after learning about this method, he's now working with 7 paying clients and has massively improved his life and overall well-being, right? Somebody that's also visible on my YouTube with another 20-minute long interview is Jamie, who actually had less experience than Silas because he's an elevator engineer, right? Or was an elevator engineer, I should say. And he had no idea how social media works. I have the same video where I chop it up with Jamie, where we go through all the step-by-steps that he focused on to fully quit his job working with me. Check that out on my YouTube. But again, for those of you who don't want to watch it, in just 8 months, he's been able to make 5K a month and leave his job behind fully after he's been stuck in a corporate job for, I believe, about 8 years totally, right? His persistence has paid off. He's quit his job and he's definitely not looking back. Another one of these testimonials would be Aryan. He's actually currently the record holder who signed the highest paying clients in the least amount of time. This guy pulled in an $11,000 client 12 days after learning about brand marketing. The funny thing is that this guy was actually the most skeptical people, or one of the most skeptical people I've met personally. But after just following the step-by-step system, he's definitely not skeptical anymore. And this created an incredible result for himself. We've got countless more like this, like Adriano, who went from a dead-end job, taking insurance calls for 8 hours a day, to then making $6,500 from a single client. And not only has he been able to generate millions of views for the brands he worked with, in fact, he's been able to do this for his own audience as well. He now has an Instagram page with 300,000 followers that also makes him a few extra $1,000 every single month. Which just goes to show, like truly, once you know how social media works, you're able to turn any ideas into profits, whether it's your client's ideas or your own, right? We've got Manuel with a $4,500 client paid in full upfront. We've got Lucas with a $3,000 client with a second client in the pipeline for $2,000 a month. So that's already a business making him $3K every single month without including any commissions. And you get the point. We have a lot of testimonials, right? I want you to verify all of these guys on my Instagram and YouTube. I want you to go to my profile and look at the story highlights called Brand Marketing and Community, because there are dozens, I believe even hundreds more guys like yourself who are looking to quit your job, who actually did it or who started making some serious money online thanks to brand marketing. Now, truly all of these people have one thing in common, right? They all have a certain set of requirements that actually allows them to create results like this. So I want to talk about who this actually works for next. This only works for people who are sick and tired of working for somebody else. If you just think that working 9 to 5 is nice for the next 50 years, it's not for you. I work with action takers and I want you to fully admit and fully be able to confidently say, hey, I want to leave, I want a better life, I want to make money online. Like the people in my community that's currently consisting of over 50 members who, like you just saw, have been getting some incredible results with brand marketing. It's not for people who don't want to make money online and who don't have at least 2 to 3 hours a week to invest into this, okay? And this definitely doesn't work for people who are looking for quick fixes and get rich quick schemes, because by now you should know there are none, okay? This only works for you if you're sick and tired of working for somebody else, being stuck in an office. If you're tired of not living the life you want. If you, like me, can simply no longer wake up every day looking at social media and seeing every other young guy but you win, okay? It's time to be there as well. It's time to get your own. The way you're going to get your own is if you actually have a laptop, Wi-Fi, and a phone. You're probably watching this on any of these devices, so you should be set. It's also for those who've made no progress with other business models, such as e-com, dropshipping, Amazon FBA, YouTube automation, traditional social media marketing, or really any of these very popular, oversaturated business models you see online. It works for you if you don't want to worry about the headaches of huge startup or running costs, like with other business models too, that leave you with empty pockets. And simply said, it's perfect for those who are looking for a system that will help you start with absolutely zero prior experience, right? If you're still here, you've definitely got what it takes. To make you understand how I actually made all of this happen and how I figured out all of this stuff myself, I gotta take you back and show you how I started, right? I keep this brief because, again, it's not about me. This is about you for sure. And it doesn't actually need a lot of explanation to show you how I felt back then. I mean, it doesn't look like a happy guy, right? I was working 40 hours a week between 2015 and 2021. So I had a good 6 years of exposure in the 9 to 5 world as a 15-year-old all the way until 21-year-old, right? And 40 hours a week just left me depressed. It left me not knowing what life actually is. Like, all I did was spend time in an office, look at the clock for hours and hours on end, and ask myself how many more minutes I'd have to spend in the office before I could go home. Because what I would be excited for is just playing Fortnite, eating junk food, getting high and drunk on weekends, and that was my life, right? And looking back, this is actually not a life. Like if you're sitting here and you think that you can spend the same exact day repeating the same exact actions without ever changing shit for 50 years and call it life, I'm gonna wake you up, my friend. It's not a life. You're existing. You're just existing in somebody else's life, okay? And that was me. I didn't feel alive. I didn't feel like I was existing. And to make things worse, my mental and physical health started deteriorating so much because I didn't have no time and energy to fix it, that I suffered a stroke at 21. A stroke that almost took my life. A stroke that made me go through heart surgery at 21 years old, right? And again, it doesn't take a scientist to understand that I was miserable. I'm super skinny, I'm in pain, I have marks from surgeries all over my body, and life was not nice. Life was not worth living. I was overweight at times as well, and just my shape overall, mentally and physically, was deteriorating so much, so quick. And after this health trauma as well, like, joy and happiness were non-existent in my life, honestly. There would be no kind of words I could put into this video that would ever make you understand how dark this time of my life was. But I still came out on top, like you're gonna see in a second, right? So if I was able to do this, you can do this as well. You probably didn't have setbacks like this, right? To make things worse, people around me didn't understand anything. I was always very upfront about me hating my 9 to 5. I was really upfront about my ambition, my dreams, etc. And people just started talking down on me. Like they were just telling me basically that I should not try and that I should be grateful for quote unquote having a job, right? This didn't resonate with me though, obviously. I was frustrated. Every day I saw online people living my dream life, and for me it was so logical. If there would be guys my age, older, younger, didn't matter, living my life, there was just something I was missing. And if I found that missing piece, I would be able to live their dream life as well, right? And because I didn't just settle for an average reality, I decided to look into ways how to make money online, just like you right now. And my first attempts were, beginner-ish, let's say. First attempt was YouTube automation and dropshipping actually. So in 2018, I spent all of my savings, 10K back then, on a YouTube automation coach who actually promised me to help me grow my faceless YouTube channel. Problem was, he wasn't genuine, he lied to me, he misled me. And after 3 months, he vanished and left me with a maxed out credit card and a $10,000 hole in my bank account. And you can just imagine how much my parents were frustrated at me back then for wasting 10K, right? But still, what was my other option? Listen to them and not try to make money online and just work for 50 years? No way. Like for me, I would be happy to lose more money just to gain more experience because I knew that one day it would click, right? Because again, I saw all of these people online living the dream life. So I turned to dropshipping. I invested in another mentor, and after a couple months of work, I actually made my first $1,000 online. This was kind of the business plan I made with my ex-business partner back then. We were selling dog gifts on the Shopify store. But I realized quickly that dropshipping wasn't as easy to make work as all of these gurus told me, right? I had to run ads, I had to deal with refunds, I had to deal with inventory, I had customers claim disputes on my payment providers, so I had to shut down my store. And I just realized dropshipping was not for me, even though I started making a bit of money here and there, right? One thing stood out to me though, after my dropshipping career. One time when I was trying to sell more product, I paid an Instagram influencer $300 to promote one of my products on his page. So think about a dog leash that I posted as a picture on his account, and he basically made $300 for 15 seconds worth of work. And I realized I'm doing something wrong. I'm building all of these crazy systems when this guy has attention and people pay him for his attention. That's when I knew I had to tackle social media seriously. And that's truly when I had my breakthrough moment. I was really hesitant about starting on social media with showing my face. I wasn't confident at all. I was scared of failing, scared of being judged. And honestly, the hometown I grew up in, people would have probably beaten me up for showing myself on social media. So to avoid all of that, I played it safe. And I created a faceless Instagram account and started posting anonymously. And this is how I started. 5th of October, 2019. And you can see this story highlight still being up on my page. You can review every single step, every growth, every payment I ever made in my career on my Instagram. I've been documenting this for 6 years by now, right? So the proof is all there. And you can see the posts look like a 5-year-old got access to Microsoft Paint. It's not glamorous. It was definitely not nice. It definitely didn't look like the content you're seeing now. But I just loved posting motivational quotes and kind of repurposing content, sharing mindset tips, etc., etc. And the one thing I just committed to, simply said, was posting 1 time a day for a whole year. It wasn't easy. I was still working a job. I was still sacrificing my time. And I heard so many people laugh about me. You wouldn't believe it. Like, people were approaching me in my hometown, asking me if I would now become a mindset coach, and this would never work. That I was basically just making a fool out of myself online, right? But I didn't care, because I had a bigger vision. I saw the people making the money that I wanted to make. I saw the people living the life I wanted to live. So I listened to them, not to the people that had none of the things that I wanted, right? And over time, I got so good that in just a year, I grew my page to 250,000 followers with no money spent on ads, just me posting content and understanding how social media works and what makes people like you and me follow someone online. And this was a huge accomplishment, obviously, right? I was spending months and months of work on this, but I quickly realized that I couldn't pay the bills from followers, right? I was making very little money from ad placements, making me like $1,000 or $2,000 a month. And it wasn't enough to quit my job. So I needed a new plan. Then it hit me. I was like, I have an audience, but I don't have products. But there are businesses with products that don't have an audience. So I realized pretty quickly that I had created an incredibly valuable skill set. A skill set that I could then offer as a service to businesses. So instead of growing audiences from myself, I started helping businesses grow their Instagram accounts and turn their followers into sales. And my first client ever was actually a dating coach from the US, who I simply found on Instagram. I saw his page had potential, but I also saw that he struggled to market himself and really struggled to attract followers. Because if you think about it, a fitness coach, for example, is very good at workouts and nutrition and getting people in shape. But does he know how social media works? Does he know how to market himself? No, right? Same as for dating coaches, entrepreneurs, CEOs, or any other business owner you can possibly think of. So I started working with him. And in just 60 days, I grew his following to 5,000 followers, which, if you think about it, are 5,000 new potential customers for his business. The way I did this was basically by just going all in. I treated his account like my own, put in hours and hours worth of work just to grow his audience. And in 12 months, we generated over $300,000 in revenue, and my commission from that was $60,000 from a single client in just 12 months. You can see here, brand has started growing a little bit. Then I got my commission payouts delivered to me on WhatsApp. So my total commissions here were $6,700. My client often sent me payment screenshots where I made him $7,000 in a day, etc., etc. Another screenshot where he informed me how much money we made together. And then finally, 50,000 Swiss francs in commissions, which is actually about 60,000 US dollars if you do the conversion. And as you can imagine, this was a game changer. I was finally on my lane. I'd actually realized I created my own lane, turning attention into money basically by helping businesses leverage their social media, instead of just trying all of these traditional business models that every other 9-to-5er like myself would have tried. Today, I'm so blessed to say that I make $20,000 to $30,000 a month working with just a handful of clients. As you can see in the various screenshots and many more on my Instagram, I made $8,000 in a day. I made $30,000 in 4 weeks, $20,000 in 4 weeks, $9,000 a day. The list goes on and on. I don't really focus too much on the money right now, honestly speaking, but I know that is probably going to be amazing for you to look at. What I value more is my freedom, because I'm completely my own boss and I have control over my own time. I wake up in paradise, I can hit the gym whenever I want, and I can really just focus the time I want to spend on my business and then head to the beach and explore the beautiful place I live in, right? You can see here, I'm reading a book on the pool, like by the pool on a random Monday, getting beachfront villas, more villas with my brother, my family, flying out to Miami numerous times, taking my parents out to Miami on a beautiful family vacation, all paid for by me and my brother, getting to hotels, taking my MacBook with me, because again, I take my business anywhere with me I want, because I have my phone, a laptop, and Wi-Fi. and so on and so on. And doing this over the last few years has gotten me incredible results, as you saw. I met my multi-millionaire mentors in Miami, etc. Spent time with my girlfriend in beautiful locations. And honestly, my life is a movie. If you want to learn more about the life I live, check out my socials. There is a lot of content on there. The best part of all of this is I had escaped successfully by the one thing that you have to be focusing on as well if you actually want to quit your job and make money online, which would be generating attention. In the various screenshots you see here, I help my clients gain 25 million views in 30 days, 12 million views, 2 million views, 6 million, 40,000 followers grown, 30,000 followers grown, and so on, right? Again, this document is below. So verify all of these results yourself and check out my socials, the story highlights especially, for more proof. This brings up a question, right? Why are you not where I am? It's not actually all your fault, honestly. Online gurus simply have misled you. I want to ask you a question. Why do you know all of these people, or some of these people you see on screen? Because they've been capturing your attention in some way, shape, or form, right? That's the only reason you know that this is Andrew Tate or Grant Cardone, etc. All of these people have something in common. They generate attention, they sell you on oversaturated, outdated, and overcomplicated business models, and they, funnily enough, work with brand marketers like myself who actually run and manage their social media accounts, right? Every single business model, if you think about it, actually relies on attention. It doesn't matter if you're running a YouTube channel. If you have the best videos in the world, who's going to watch if you have no audience? If you're the best salesman in the world, who are you going to sell to if you don't have people listening? Right? So attention is the foundation of every single dollar that has ever been and will ever be made online, period. Which is exactly why this method stands out so much. It's not even in comparison. Every other business model is focusing on making you struggle with inventory, ad spend, complex funnels. But what brand marketing does is it allows you to sell the shovels in this modern day gold rush, right? The gold being attention in this digital economy. And on top of that, you have various benefits that come with this. You have no hidden costs or complications. You don't need warehouses, products, paid ads to start. You need to learn a skill set and sell it to the right person. You have immediate earning potential. While other business models take months or years sometimes to see returns, you can start making money from the day you sign your first client, who will pay you upfront and commissions after you deliver results, right? You're focusing on a timeless skill, not like a trend. If you've seen TikTok Shop, if you've seen all of these business models that come and grow, these are trends, and you don't want to be exposed to a trend when it comes to money making, which fuels your entire life. You want to work on something that is consistently going to produce results, right? E-com, dropshipping, YouTube automation, etc. They come and go. Brand marketing, which is content creation, marketing, copywriting, and sales all in one, is here to stay because it's the lifeline of every business out there. This business is very streamlined and scalable. You don't need 50 clients with the bloated agency model that's being promoted by guys like Iman Gatti, etc. What you need is 3 to 5 clients max, and you can work with them long term. I have my biggest clients work with me for over 3 years at this point, right? Paying me almost $10,000 a month individually. You work directly with decision takers. So you actually work with business owners. And this is going to expose you to so much knowledge and free information that I couldn't even put it into words. I have access to multi-million-dollar individuals just because I run their brand, right? Which is huge for networking. Then, most importantly, you can actually use the same skill set you are charging other people for and apply it to your own brand. So think if you want to one day coach people. Think if you one day want to grow a clothing brand or any other online business. What are you going to need? Attention. You're going to know how to do it because you've been doing it for other people already while getting paid, right? And you truly have infinite earning potential. The more money your clients make, the more money you make. It's a win-win partnership. Plus you have payments guaranteed every month hit your account, right? So one client truly can take you to 5 to 10K a month consistently. Why now? Why not wait? Why not wait for the next trend? Why not wait for the next better opportunity? Simple. On the left here, you can see how much Instagram is growing. And this is not even including all the other social media platforms, right? Businesses need this more than ever. Social media is not optional anymore, it's essential. And people are looking, business owners more specifically, are looking for guys like you who can help them grow their online presence and income. And other business models really just focus on consuming, right? Chasing trends, struggling to stand out. But with brand marketing, you actually become the creator, mastering a skill set that puts you in the driver's seat of your own income and your own future. So simply said, it's time for you to stop being misled by gurus and being sold into outdated business models, and it's time to finally start being a life of freedom and success with a game changer that actually changes the game for you. Still though, there are some reasons why you could fail at this point. If you jump from one business model to another, you will fail. I call this influencer hopping, right? The truth is, you can entertain yourself with online business and know everything about it, but if you never take action, you're not going to grow. You can also remain stuck in other business models. You can lie to yourself and tell yourself that e-com, dropshipping, and YouTube automation one day will work, when in reality, they're not going to. It's simply too saturated, like I said. If you use outdated strategies constantly from people who have been preaching about the same business models for 5 years now, it's not going to work. And obviously, if you take no action and if you constantly feel overwhelmed, that will ultimately kill your progress, period, right? Which brings up the question, like, what is truly gonna happen if you remain stuck? Like, honestly, you've been working a job for years at this point. Like, you've been putting in the work for years. And there's other people on the other side of the world who invest less time into work, but because they run a better business model and have information you're currently missing, they come out on top, right? If you don't actually take action now, your reality will be the same exact reality that you've lived today, yesterday, and the week before. Being in an endless loop of stress, frustration, and work. You're waking up with an alarm, dreading another day of 9 to 5, right? But in reality, if you take action, if you are open to learning, right? In 6 months from now, you could avoid your job, you could avoid the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, you can avoid feeling unfulfilled constantly, and you can avoid spending hours scrolling through social media, watching influencers and entrepreneurs lie to you while they live their best life. So the point is, if you don't make this one day your one day, someday is never going to come. You're just going to be thinking about this video in 6 months from now, and you're going to have no results, while other people get way better results than you. Every day you wasted is a day you wasted. Every day you stay trapped in the 9 to 5 is one day that you're never going to get back, right? Your dreams don't wait. We all know that. Time will never come back. At the same time, as you saw in the testimonials before, there are 9 to 5ers with the same excuses like you who are actually winning. Your competition is not going to wait for you, let me tell you that. And then life is something that we cannot control. We cannot control how fast time passes, right? Think about how fast 2024 went by. Think about how fast you're going to turn 30 or 40 or 50, doesn't matter what your age is. Time won't stop, time won't be waiting for you. And it's about time that somebody points out what happens when you actually remain in the same spot. Like, it should be scary to you and painful thinking about you still scrolling, still being stuck, and still watching others in a year from now. And if you're still here, I know that's not what you want, right? So what are the alternatives? Simple. You can look at all of my free content on my socials, both on YouTube and Instagram, and apply all of this yourself. You could spend months or years trying to piece everything together, wasting time, money, and energy on trial and error, the exact things that I've been through in the last 6 years. You'll make mistakes, you'll hit roadblocks, and likely you will feel frustrated, but definitely you can get results. The other option is work with me. I've done this before. I've helped countless people escape the grind, build real freedom, and hit 5 to 10K a month or more, right? I have proven strategies and multiple case studies that back this up. And I can show you exactly how to get there, step by step, saving you valuable time and helping you avoid mistakes that cost me a ton of time and a ton of money. If this is for you, I simply want you to speak to me personally, okay? And without any pressure, let me just put you on game on what actually happens when you book a call. I'm gonna it will start off with me reviewing your situation, right? I wanna personally get to know you, and I wanna personally get a feeling for what's holding you back. Next, I'm going to develop together with you a customized roadmap that I will give to you for free on that very same call. And as an extra bonus, I will even give you my high-paying clients formula and set a free personalized strategy plan in place for you that is going to help you sign clients that pay you guaranteed $1,000 upfront, even if you have no experience. This is not about hard selling for me. This is about clarity. By the end of this call, you will know what's possible and you will know exactly what to do either with me or on your own. So if you want to make progress, if you want to work with someone or speak to someone who's done this before, if you want this free personalized strategy plan on top of the high-paying clients formula, I want you to simply go to the document below or click any button that you see on this screen right now, lock in your call with me, and speak to me as soon as possible. That's all I got for today. I hope this was super valuable. I hope to see you very soon on a one-on-one call. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram, and hopefully we can speak to each other soon. Take care.